My OB lied to me. Girl. So for context, I'm 32, second pregnancy, gave birth to the first with no complications. This pregnancy has been healthy, no problems. I'm healthy. I've gained normal amount of weight and baby is looking good. To start off, the OB was pushing for induction when I went a few weeks ago. I was annoyed and I clearly told him, no. If it's necessary, I do not want it. I'm not unreasonable. If I get to 41 weeks, of course, I understand the risk and will be induced. That's debatable, but go on, sis. He was already trying to pressure me at 37 weeks. Not 37 weeks. Last week, again, he mentioned induction. Again, I said, yes, but only if I go past 41 weeks. He said, we need to schedule it now. Okay, fine, I understand. Now, see, sis, that was your first mistake, but let's keep reading. While I asked about inducing at my hospital, he literally told me verbatim, they don't do elective inductions at said hospital. Which, okay, weird. Yes, sis, very weird. I thought, and told me the other hospital does. This is important. My due date was never adjusted. I was never told a new due date when I went for ultrasound for measurements. Now, see, here's where I gotta interject because just because you want to get induced doesn't mean that your due date is supposed to change. Okay? Induction is just based on, hey, we personally think you should go earlier. That doesn't mean that you adjust the due date. Like, the babies are on their own timeline. If you choose to adjust, you want to elect to adjust, or the doctor or whoever chooses to elect to choose the baby's due date, that doesn't change the size of the baby. It doesn't change the development of the baby. None of that. Now, I know some might come on here like, oh, because ultrasounds, they're not reliable. They're not. They're not reliable. So, and there's lots of studies to show. But let's get to it. Today, my OB office called and said my induction has been scheduled for this Wednesday. And I was also told that my due date is actually tomorrow, not last Friday, like I thought it was. See what I'm talking about, y'all? This is how they get you. Choosing a date, it does something to your mind to make you think like it's okay. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So they were trying to induce me at 40 weeks in one day. And I asked, well, will they not induce me closer to 41 weeks? The answer was the hospital doesn't do inductions past 41 weeks. Again, another red flag because that just doesn't seem accurate to me. You're right. You're right. It doesn't seem accurate because here's the thing. Even if you personally felt that you don't want to go past 41 weeks for whatever reason, right? That's your choice. To be told that doesn't make sense. So you were right to feel that way. So I ended up calling the hospital. I wanted to deliver it and ask them about inductions and if they work with my OB. They said yes. They said yes. And I asked them, do they do inductions past 41 weeks? She said yes. And I told her, well, I don't know what to do because my doctor basically lied to me and said, you guys don't. And she told me to call the OB and talk to management. So that's exactly what I did. See, this is the second mistake, sis. I wouldn't have been calling nobody. I would be like, hello? Yes, fired. Fired. Because what you're not going to see, they playing in your face. They playing in your face, sis. They playing in your face. Let me see what you did. Let me see what you did. I complained about the doctor that he lied to me, and now they are scheduling me an induction for the hospital that I want to go to. I don't know when yet. I have to go through my insurance and then call to schedule it and then call me back. I'm just so upset. I thought I was close to 41 weeks. You probably were. The doctor literally lied to me when I asked about introducing my hospital of choice, and then tried to not take anything I wanted into consideration. Never told me my due date. I feel like to me that the doctor just wants money for the delivery and doesn't work at the hospital I want to go to. Sis, you are spot on. This is exactly the game that's being run here. Your doctor probably is out of network with that particular hospital, so he probably won't get that much money from said hospital that you wanted to deliver in. The thing is, doctors, especially OBs, they're surgeons, right? And this is not to talk down on doctors. We're not doing that. Okay, we're not doing that. However, they are skilled in surgery, not a natural birth. Because from what I'm reading here, it sounds like you prefer a natural birth, right? So when you induce, that allows a cascade of so many interventions to happen. Okay? He wants you on his playground. And for you to say, They're not taking anything you want to. Whose vagina are we talking about here? The doctors? Do they own it? I don't understand. I don't understand, because anybody that's not listening to you, fire them. They work for you. You know your body better than anybody. They can give you recommendations, but it doesn't mean that you're negligent if you choose not to go with it, or if you just simply don't want to, visit it at all. That doesn't make you negligent. That makes you discern. That makes you be a person of discernment. That's what that means. Update. Thank you all for your words, advice, and stories. The OB will not be delivering my baby. Yes. I will not be going back to him. The hospital in my own town does not have an OB department. So we have a choice of 2 hospitals in 2 different cities nearby. The hospital I want has great reviews, a large OB department, and a level 3 NICU. And I've known multiple women who have had positive experiences there. So, sis, I have a few things that I just want to bring up, just in case you're not aware, okay? Any doctor that is not truthful, write them off. We don't do liars, especially when it comes to something as important as birth and babies. 2, I wish most women knew that induction is not a safety net. It's a trap, okay? Because if it were an emergency, you'd be getting rushed into surgery. Now, I know a lot of women are going to disagree, and y'all can disagree, but I'm keeping it real. Induction is not a safety net. It's a slippery slope. It's an elective. You're basically saying, because I'm so afraid, I don't even know anything about it. You guys know everything about it, and they don't. They don't. And because of that, let me just do what you guys ask. But what they don't tell you is all the harms that comes with it. We hear induction and we think, oh, this has to. No, it doesn't has to anything. No. Then we go back to the due date game. It's the oldest trick in the book. I tell you, these OBs is OGs, okay? Because that is the oldest trick in the book. How they change, they hide. All of these things are forms of manipulation, and we're not here for that. We're not doing that. Inaccurate due dates, they force moms into thinking they're overdue, or that my baby's going to get overcooked. Let me just hear me out for a second. And this, I know, is not going to be the standard for 100% of women or births. Understand me when I say this, okay? You cannot believe for 1 second that the Creator, the Most High, fashioned you to be capable of carrying this baby, that placenta, that womb that nourished and helped grow your baby, all of a sudden after a certain time is going to just like, oh yeah, we're not working anymore, bye. We don't want to support you. That just we don't even have to read studies right now. We're not even talking about the studies, because I do got studies. I come with my receipts. But we're just thinking from a belief standpoint. If you don't have a belief, this is not for you. So keep scrolling, okay? Think about how intricate our bodies are, right? It grew that baby, it nourished that baby. And so for someone to tell you, oh, if you get this, it's going to stop working, or it's going to calcify, it's going to get old. Nah. The same how they say about the cord. Oh, that cord is going to kill your baby. How? 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 Because a knot that doesn't know. Wrapped around, it's wart and jelly. So these are tools that they use to shield you from what actually happened. If they allow you to believe that your body is going to fail you, this is how they trap you. They make you think, oh, you didn't even know when your last period was. You don't even know what's going on and how this baby grows. And we're going to use this device to, they don't even freaking know. Having trust and faith is number 1 when it comes to being pregnant, carrying life. And let's talk about how birth is not a business meeting. It's not a business meeting. Like, what are we doing here? Oh, on this date, this. Oh, also, we scheduling meetings when it comes to birth. I didn't know that. Whatever happened to the baby being on their own timeline, right? We trusted our bodies to, and this is for those that want this route, to accept this pregnancy and this baby and to grow this baby. So why are we scheduling like it's a freaking pizza for delivery? I want it on this date. Some moms will probably say, oh, see, that's why I have a birth plan. But a birth plan isn't always enough. For me, if I'm showing up with just a little birth plan and I have all these photos, because here's the thing, right? Let me backtrack. I'm talking a little fast. nurses, I've seen nurses, NPs, they'll say, and doulas and they'll say, oh, don't make it too much, or we got to read through it. We don't have time for that. Also, you're telling me you don't have time to understand or get to know what exactly I want for my birth? Red flag number 1. 2, they say, oh, go ahead and put pictures. No, I need to verbally express what it is that I want. So on your downtime, read my stuff and see what it is that I want. They'll say, oh, because if we need to save your life, well, you need to know how I want my life saved. Okay? I have the choice and the right to say, do I want my life saved? Do I want my baby's life saved instead? Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm going to choose me. I'm going to choose it. You don't know, so you can't take that measure into your hands. This is a contract here. You understand? For someone to tell you, oh, we're going to do, that means they have control. And so if you want to take back control, I don't know if I want to talk about this on this platform about the things you can do so that they will listen. I don't know if y'all interested in that, let me know, and I might spill it to you a little bit. But a birth plan is not enough. It's not enough. I know how to make it enough, but it's not enough. And for the simple fact that you need a birth plan shows that you don't have control. You're seeking permission. You are seeking permission. And I didn't know we needed permission to birth. That's news to me. The point I'm trying to make is stop being afraid to fire these doctors. Doctors are a dime a dozen, okay? Patients are a dime a dozen, because there are some women out there that just like, they don't want to deal. They don't want to deal. They are not there yet to where they want to take accountability, take power into their own hands. And I'm not shaming these women, that I'm just recognizing that they're not there, okay? But clearly you sound like you have some wits about you and you know what's going on, because that intuition is never going to lie. Your intuition is screaming at you saying, no, sis, this is what we want to do. That don't sound right. Red flag, right? And that's discernment, and that should tell you. And so I'm so glad that you decided to not even go forward with that OB, because I would have been scared, sis. I would have been scared. He looked at you as a big payday check, because that's essentially what you were to him, right? Your birth, your baby, your boundaries. It doesn't matter the type of birth that you choose. If you choose to go to the hospital, go to the hospital. If you choose to go to a birth center, go to a birth center. If you want to be out in the freaking woods, butterball naked, having that baby in the moonlight, that is your choice. But don't let anyone control your choice. So if you choose to go into that doctor's office, into that hospital, and have your baby, it's on your terms. Don't let nobody bully you. All because, they went to school for how many years and they read the textbook. You're not in that textbook, sis. You weren't. You'll never amount up to a textbook. And I don't care what nobody say. And you can disagree. I said what I said.